Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Today I'm going to do a yellow coin LR tier list. Halfway point of the year. I feel like it's a good time to sort of do an update on a lot of these LRs. Plus June is typically a very quiet month, right? So, perfect time to do sort of some content like this. I actually found this list to be very tough. The TUR list was super easy for me, right? It's just like, I don't know, I feel like I use those units so much, I see them in so many different, like, it was just easy. The TUR list just bam, 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 and I feel very confident about it. The red coin LR, the Dokkan Fest LR, was a bit tougher. I do feel confident in that. It's just that I feel like people's interpretations of those units just, like, I see more mixed things from a lot of those red coin characters than, like, other characters. This one is also tough. The reason I feel like a lot of these yellow coin LRs were tough, though, is sort of the teams. Currently, Dokkan is still in a bit of a weird spot where, like, people will say, like, oh, I don't think Ginyu is that good because he's only good on the Ginyu team. Well, tough shit, because almost none of these characters have, like, any good teams. It's basically you want to be running 200% leader skills, or at least a full 170% lead. The Ginyu Force team is, top 5 most dominant team in the game or something like that. But it's like most of these characters don't even have one team, let alone Ginyu, which actually has a team, right? Like, it's... So, like, here's an example. LR Genemba is, I think, like, super duper one of the best units in the game, but, like, where are you running him? Easy Turles' movie boss team? That's it, right? Like, that... Genemba... I feel like you could, with how Genemba should fare in Red Zone, I feel like Genemba could even be 1 on this list. But can I really put him there with no legitimate team to run on, right? And that's why, like, I just don't accept that criticism of Ginyu. Like, the only character off the top of my head who's actually on, like, 80 million teams that are really good is Physical Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Every other character is on maybe 1 or 2 or something like that. But yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. Let's go and jump in. Now, I will say, I don't have them here in the pool of characters. I was sort of like, I grabbed all these characters, I was sort of ranking it. I was actually very close to putting LR Physical Trunks at 10. But I decided, surprisingly, I actually am going to put the LR Turles at number 10 right there. It's weird. Like, I am not the biggest fan of this unit. But, like, I look at it, and it's like, yeah, like, I kind of, I don't know. Maybe this is bad by me, but I kind of will put the LR Turles unit here. To me, Red Zone is the most important thing, but I do think Super Battle Road performance is good as well with how often they update that. Turles can be very good in Super Battle Road with the stunning. The active skill, Fruit of the Tree of Might, is good for both Red Zone and Super Battle Road, right? This unit can be pretty effective. We do have an actual team to run him on. The only thing is that Turles characters don't necessarily run that well with the Ginyu Force characters. I don't know. I feel like this 10th spot, like, I could have put Broly here. I could have put LR Goku and Frieza here. I could have put Physical Bardock here, Physical Trunks. There's just a lot of characters, I feel like, that are sort of, like, mishmashed together. There's kind of, like, I feel like a new wave of, like, yellow coin summonable LRs that have hit. Since about Genemba. Since LR Genemba, the yellow coin LRs have just been much better, right? Really, really good a lot of the times. But, like, prior to that, I feel like they were very weak for quite a while. They dropped Kale and Khalifa, who were, like, the best unit in the game for so long, that it's like Dokkan, I feel like they were then just like, all right, we made yellow coin LRs too powerful. I swear. You can always, like, when stuff is weird like that, like, Tech Ultimate Gohan drops, and then guard units are wonky forever. What? Like, it's because of him. I swear, Kale and Khalifa were too good for too long, and they're like, oh shit, we gotta tone these yellow coin LRs down. Speaking of wonky guard characters, Great Vegeta is next. As much as he frustrates me with his this is a character, this is, LR Super 17 school of design or something like that. So number 1, right, there's a huge difference. I've found just a gargantuan difference for this guy. When he has his intro versus when he doesn't. Really impacts his damage quite a bit. This guy has no super attack effects. Just a puzzling decision. I don't see any reason in the world they couldn't have at least given him 30% defense on his super attack effect. This is a defensive unit that cannot tank, right? Is essentially what this is in slot 1. Characters that have guard and damage reduction and stuff like that, typically you want to run them in slot 1. This is a character that it's like, he struggles badly for ki, right? Because he gets 3 ki when guard is activated, so that means you want to run him in slot 1, except he sucks defensively in slot 1. It's like, this guy is good when you're able to run him as a floater, and he doesn't struggle for ki. Don't get mad at me. Talk to Dokkan for giving bullshit designs like this. It's terrible. Why would they want you to run him in slot 1 where he gets killed, yet that's what he needs to get ki in order for him not to be killed. Like, it's just backwards bullshit, terrible design. Again, don't blame me. I did not make this, right? Where he gets 60% defense on super, another 60% defense on his 18 ki, but you kind of need to get hit to get the 18 ki. It's just very frustrating design. They took Big Bad Bosses off of him, which makes no sense because AGL Great Vegeta's got Big Bad Bosses. They give him this garbage. Like, they just did not want this character to be good. Like, I'm sorry. It's just, you look at this, it's just, it's bare bones. Now, as much as his design is terrible, he's still like a newish LR, right? Not even out on global yet. He could do very real impressive damage with an AoE. You can go, this guy can, you could probably beat Giant Extreme Super Battle with like only this guy and then Cyberman. I bet you could do that. Like he, his power will destroy like Super Battle stages like that. But it's just he could have and should have been a lot better. This is like one of the most iconic moments of the series, right? Like Goku versus Vegeta, their first fight. And, like, they gave Goku a worthy character. We'll get to him way later on in this video. But I don't know why Vegeta couldn't have gotten... I don't know, dude. Don't ask me, man. No super attack effect on the 18 ki? Like, what is this? Like, come on, please. Next. I'm actually fairly impressed with what they did with Physical LR Cell right here. Enough so that I could put him right here. In my experience using this guy, I think the Android team... I don't know if I want to say the Android team is the best team in the game with the 7th anniversary LR teams existing, but the Android team just has so many characters that are just so crazy in all these red zone stages, right? This guy, I mean, if he eats a super attack from AGL Broly, yeah, you're dead. Or if he gets supered by STR Sin, we're dead. But defensively, this guy can hang in there. Like, he doesn't take a lot of damage from the normal attacks of those big red zone bosses, which is, what we want. He does have a heal on you if you do additional super attack. Of course, you do want to go for his 18 ki super because you're getting the defense there and the defense there. He gets a lot of ki against one enemy, at least helpful, right? He's got the good link set with like AGL Cell, and you've got some other good sort of like support type units on that Android team. I've found this Physical Cell to be a pretty good unit. He's pretty powerful. I've used him to great effect. Super Battle Road stages, Red Zone, all of it. I like this Cell. I think they did a pretty good job with him, actually. They gave him a lot of extra defense, which is very helpful, right? Okay, so next. Hit and God Goku. Now, this, I feel like there's a jump, right? Like 8 to 15 or something like that is like potentially in contention. I feel like you get like LR Physical Bardock in here, again, Physical Trunks, Broly, Goku and Frieza, maybe even STR UI Goku just off the strength of his dodge, right? Like you could, make cases for these characters. I feel like Hit and God Goku is a step above though. The problem is, where are you running them right now? You're not, is the answer. That's the thing. This unit potentially could go up even higher. They could go 2, 1 maybe? I don't know. But there's nowhere to use them, right? Like, Universal Survival Saga is dead. You're not running that, like, double tech hit or something like that. Like, no, dude, it's not happening. They don't have teams right now, this Hit and God Goku. They're just in kind of a weird spot, right? Dropping them just before 7th anniversary power creep, has certainly hurt them a bit right now. This is a character, though, if they weren't by themselves, essentially, on the Universal Travel Saga team, like, you have what, like, UI Goku and this character, and that's it. Like, everything else is power crept. If they were actually on a competent team, this character would be outstanding. Like, even against, potentially, Broly, I feel like this unit could be good. So, I do think that this unit could be quite good. Even against Broly defensively, I feel like they can get a lot of defense. It could definitely look very good for them. Ki is not going to be an issue. Obviously, you're not going to be able to dodge against Broly, but you will be able to dodge against, like, Omega and stuff like that, right? So, I do like this unit quite a bit. It's just currently, there's not a good spot for them, right? Like, you just don't have what is a good spot. So Hidden God Goku go right here, but, they could go higher in the future, but they just need, like, an actual team, right? Damage-wise, defensively, dodge. They've got, like, a lot of tech to them, which can be useful. They've got their stuns, which are good for Super Battle Road, but they're just heavily limited right now. I really, really would be interested in a powerful Join Forces 200% lead. I think that would be very good for a lot of these, powerful units that have come out that don't really have good spots for them. Alright, so next, I actually have LR Future Gohan and Trunks in here. This is a very good unit. I think all these, like, characters from, like, 7 Up are just, like, really strong. I think the Yellow Coin LRs, for the most part, over the last several months have been made very good. So, I think that this Future Gohan and Trunks, I do wish that they were a bit better in base. I wish Future Gohan was a bit better defensively when he came out, because his entire job is the tank. And it's like he drops, and then when he drops, it's like, yeah, it's good. Red Zone comes out, right? Like the power creep. I wish this guy was just a little bit better in there. Keep in mind, though, that this guy doesn't have a 200% leader skill. Unlike Namek Goku, who I think will get a little bit better than 200%, but it's not like it's drastically different. I feel like this guy eats off of a 200% way more than Namek Goku, because this guy is going to have the damage reduction right here, right? So that extra, 60% defense from the leader skill is really going to help this guy with his damage reduction. So I think LR Future Gohan and Trunks with a 200% leader skill actually looks kind of interesting. They are on the Android Cell Saga team. They're on hybrids right now. Although I feel like they don't really have a great team for them, though, at the moment. I don't. Maybe, if we get, like, a nasty Gohan from Dragon Ball Super Superhero, which I feel like is, like, a shoo-in, right? I feel like that's going to happen. This character, in a week, I might move this character up, like, 4 spots or something like that. Very possible. I think a lot of these top-tier characters are bunched together. Again, I feel like there's a cutoff. From 8 to 15 is very close, and I think 7 to 1 is actually pretty close. A lot of these, like, newer Yellow Coin LRs are just, like, very good characters. This unit is just strong. Remember, when you get the revive off with Future Gohan, he's able to do pretty good damage, pretty easily, right? Gets a lot of ki for free, and then, the defensive ability he gets when he revives. It's just very impressive. He just needs a partner and a team, like a lot of these Yellow Coin LRs, unfortunately. All right, next we have the Vegeta and Goku Exchange unit. Now, this character, right, does have a 200%. We, of course, are on the Majin Vegeta team. The only thing is, like, I don't know. Like, this character, do they really work that well with Majin Vegeta? I mean, they've got a few links activated with him, sure, but, like, not ki and stuff like that. I despise that Majin Vegeta team. I think Majin Vegeta just makes the team just a jumbled mess, needing Trunks and him needing all the orbs to be good and stuff like that. It just turns that team into just like a dumpster fire a lot of the time. Now, this unit is really strong. Very basic, right, with Vegeta, and, pretty basic with Goku. The thing about Goku, though, right, is that Goku gets this 3 ki and 30% damage reduction against an extreme class enemy. So this Goku can really help carry once he comes out in these red zone stages. Because remember, all the red zone stages are against extreme class enemies. So Goku is really, really powerful in there. He's able to get to a very high defensive stat with this damage reduction. Goku is going to look strong in the red zone. I just feel like, I mean, look, here's the problem though, right? You're running this guy 200% leader skill on that Vegeta team, right? Like all this shit, for the most part, you're not really activating a bunch of these like Saiyan lineage all in the family. Probably not getting activated on Vegeta's team. Saiyan lineage is not a common link for Vegeta characters, is it? What Vegetas have Saiyan lineage? Yeah, exactly. This one, the Dokkan Butoden Vegeta. And that's pretty much it. Like Vegeta doesn't commonly get Saiyan lineage, right? He usually gets royal lineage, that link. So like it's just a weird fit. I think this character will be even better when they get a better 200% team, when they get a better team to run on, right? So like, I don't know, if this unit was able to get the 200% from like a new pure Saiyan lead or something like that, that could be pretty interesting. But I think that this character can help out a lot in Red Zone. I think they're very powerful. I think defensively they can be good. I think this character overall is very solid, right? Okay, so we have them there. Next, we have LR Genemba. Now, I actually thought about putting LR Genemba even at 1. I was close, but it's like, again, where are you running him, right? Like, it's Turles' movie boss team. Like, I don't feel comfortable, like, putting Genemba at 10 because he doesn't have teams. But, like, I don't feel comfortable putting him at 1 also because he doesn't have teams, right? Genemba, it's just so good, right? I feel like it's probably not unrealistic that, you know, at the start, you know, the first couple stages of any of these red zone fights, you could get him in slot 2 to build him up. Once this is up, Genemba's great, goated in these high-level red zone stages. His nullification will work against AoE Broly, AGL Broly, all the Omega Shenrons. Like, this guy is just a god. He's a defensive god. That's it. Super attack effects suck. He'd be a lot better, I think, if he just got 30% defense on these two. That would help him out a lot. But Ki Blast Nullification is one of the most powerful things a character can do. Genemba can hard carry you through Broly, the hardest fight in the game by far. And this Genemba could carry you completely through. He easily could. It's just he needs help, right? Shocking. Like a lot of these characters on here, he's just by himself right now. Like there's not like even the movie boss team, you look at it, I don't know how well it looks with a lot of these characters. We'll see what happens after the movie. Genemba could be nasty if he actually got help, though. Alright, so next, we're going to put the physical LR Goku and Piccolo. Another unit, this is where things get so... dude, they're all so good. This character's insane, right? The guard for the first 5 turns is so nuts. With all this 300% defense most of the time you're going to have, this character doesn't take damage at all. And they can hit just unbelievable attack stats too. 11 million plus, right? It just gets very nasty. And then stacking attack with the 12 key. And then they have this ridiculously powerful active skill attack as well. But the thing is with them is that I am not, like, once their guard runs out, I am not the biggest fan. Piccolo is just not, like, you guys know how hard I am on Namek Goku. Piccolo is even worse defensively than Namek Goku. So it's like, I can't put this character above Kaioken Goku and, like, LR Goku and Gohan and stuff like that with the defensive issues that this Piccolo has. And his design sucks, because, you know, I can see the comments of people saying, he stacks defense. Yeah, except you can't get his 12 key super attack and then also get this, right? So it's like you're stacking defense with a character that has like 120k defense or something like that. You cannot do that. 100k defense. No. They hurt this Piccolo so much with that. How could they have, you know what they should have done? He should have just stacked defense on his 18 key as well. He should have stacked defense on both. And then I feel like that would have made him much better. You know, he does have the nullification, which is sick. So, like, you could use him, you could get mega lucky, you know, fighting AGO Broly or something like that, and there's, like, one attack at the end, and then you could just nullify it away or something like that, sure. But this guy defensively is beyond fraud. This is, like, of, like, all the best characters, dude, I think STR Super Vegeta, like, is better defensively than this guy without the 3 key spheres, right? Like, it's bad for this Piccolo if you're not getting the 3 key spheres, and then with the 3 key spheres, you're basically not able to get his 18 key a lot of times. It just gets very rough. It gets very rough. Very, very powerful character, though, for sure. Teams hurts them as well. They're on the Saiyan Saga team, but, like, you have to use Raditz for that. So, join forces again. Dude, please give us a crazy join forces leader. Next, Kaioken Goku right here, and then we can go ahead and fill it out. It should be fairly obvious that number uno is LR Goku and Gohan right here. So if we take a look at it, right, Kaioken Goku is really good. He just lives at 24 key super attack, very easy. He's got a 50% chance to crit. He just gets such a massive amount of defense on his super attack effects, so he could be really, really good. I have found that there definitely is a big difference with this guy when, like, all of his links are up basically with version Z Goku and you're fighting a Vegeta, and then this guy's doing, like, 15 million attack sets turn 1. But it's like, his link set, while not bad, it's a weird assortment of links, right? I feel like it's tough to get another top tier character to have a bunch of these links activated. Version Z Goku, I don't really qualify him as a top tier character. I think that version Z Goku can struggle in Red Zone, in the hardest content, right? If key is an issue for him, which oftentimes it can be, it just can be bad, I think, for version Z Goku. This guy, though, is just, he just has so much going for him, right? Like, he is very, very powerful. He can be really good in Super Battle Road as well, which, I constantly repeat myself, I do think it matters because of how often it's updated with extreme Super Battle Road stages and normal Super Battle Road stages, all that. He has this guaranteed stun right here with his active skill. Condition is pretty good for a Super Battle Road, right? Like, you've got this guy in turn 2, take a lot of damage turn 1, and then this guy's guaranteed stunning. Like, that will win you Super Battle Road runs. This is another character that a lot of people relentlessly suck off, like physical Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but I feel like it's deserved. Like this guy is that good. Probably not quite as good as people think, because, like, it's very easy to wank this guy to beyond the sun when you're fighting a Vegeta with version Z Goku next to him. If you don't have those conditions, he is not as good, obviously, but he's still pretty good. I think this guy's he's way better than Great Vegeta. It's stupid. It's because Great Vegeta beats this Goku, right? Like, come on. Like, Vegeta wins the fight. That's the one thing no one ever, like, Vegeta won. Like, it's like Gohan, Krillin, and Yajirobe had to come in to help, or else Goku was done. So, I don't know. Then we have Goku and Gohan here. They're just number 1. They're living at a 700k defensive stat while doing, an 11 million attack stat and then, like, a 7 million attack stat, and they got, like, a 50% chance to crit. And then they have their active skill where they do guaranteed crits on every super, and, the active skill is a crit. It's like, this is kind of like a baby version, like, similar to, like, the 7th anniversary LRS. This build, the way they're designed, is similar to the 7th anniversary LRs. I think they're the clear number 1, actually. So I think, like, remember what I was saying, like, 8 to 15, I think, is in contention. There's a lot of different ways you could order that. I think 2 to 7, you can, like, these units are grouped together. I feel like you could rearrange them in many different ways. But I do think Goku and Gohan are clearly 1 to me. Very, 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 very powerful unit. All right, so let me get rid of a bunch of these. Let me take a look at this. How good about this do I feel? It's just 8 and beyond. There's so many different ways you could really do that. Again, I think physical LR Trunks, I should have at least had physical LR Trunks in here, and LR Bardock as well. Again, it's like 8 to 15 is just very tight. This TURs, it's not really as much of an issue because they're always, like, the best leaders, right? But these yellow coin LRs, they'll drop one of these characters that's, it's got one of the best kits in the game, one of the best, units in the game, but they're not a leader, so they don't have a place to run, which I would say is a major issue for a number of these characters here. Just not really great teams. So that's the other thing too. Like, I don't know, easily like movie bosses could just overnight become the best team in the game, and then Genemba is just like way better than a lot of the other characters here, right? Or like, again, Ultimate Gohan from Dragon Ball Super Superhero comes out, and then like this future Gohan and Trunks is crazy. Or, some ridiculous Goku and Piccolo, or Gohan and Piccolo from the movie comes out, and then Join Forces is crazy, and then this character's better, right? Like, it's the thing about a lot of these characters, we're in a weird spot of Dokkan right now where there's not enough leader skills for all the top tier units in the game, right? So we will see how things are going to progress. Let me know what you guys think of the top 10 yellow coin LRs. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.